La Trobe University unfortunately had to temporarily close its doors due to the spread of COVID-19. As courses move online, many students are now facing worry and stress on how they would cope. Dr. Claire Knowles, an English lecturer at La Trobe University, has developed a study plan that can help and assist students during these difficult times.
Could you explain your study plans and how they enable students affected by the travel ban to attend their classes and keep up with work?
Yeah, so when we found out that we're going to be, in particular, students trapped in China as a result of the travel ban, we individually studied tailor plans so that they could continue to study online even if they couldn't actually come to Australia. With the help of the head of school, I contacted staff members who would be willing to put their subjects online or offer them in an online form so that those students could complete them. And we managed to accommodate all of the students. So,
did you encounter any problems while designing these plans?
There are a couple of subjects that we couldn't accommodate. That was easy to substitute them out for, say, electives, or we did alternate study plans for students to count different subjects towards their major. So it was pretty easy.
Mm-hmm. Do you think this inconvenience could affect the overall performance of students in their subjects in any way?
Students are going to have to be more self-reliant this year, I think. They're going to have to do a lot more independent study. They're going to struggle, I think, to find materials, physical materials, although the library has quite a good range of online materials. So, yeah, it's not going to be a great year for study for a lot of students now, not just the ones who were affected by the earlier travel ban. But that said, my colleagues have worked really hard to try and get the best quality online subjects up that they can.
Mm-hmm. And do you think the methods being used, allowing students to attend classes from home due to the university being shut down, will be successful for the whole semester?
I hope so. Once again, it's really up to students. I know staff are doing their all to make sure that it's a comparable experience studying online as opposed to studying face-to-face. And I think that as it becomes clearer that there's not going to be much else for people to do, but do their studies, so many people are going to be stuck at home, I'm hoping that translates to increased attendance at online shoots and so on. But it remains to be seen how well students will cope with the transition to online. Some students really struggle with it. Others are quite happy for it. So I guess it's an experiment in action.
Many students are now studying in isolation. Edison, an international student, has returned from China and is experiencing another isolation in Australia and discusses his experience.
What went through your mind when you discovered that you were unable to return to La Trobe due to the coronavirus outbreak in China?
Actually, when they just released the travel ban policy, they affect me a lot because I'm the straight up person. I come to Thailand at 27th of February, and I think I need to come back as soon as possible because we are the media students, and if you're not used and you're not to work with a group, that was a really big trouble things for your studies because if you not communicate with people, if you not work with people, that will be affect your study a lot because our subject it needs to work with people. You cannot do something alone. So I just decided, okay, I need to go back to Australia. But when I arrived Australia is the 14th of March. Actually, I was already lose 2 weeks class, but my lecturer and my tutor was helping me a lot. They were extending my due date. Yeah.
Unfortunately, due to the outbreak of COVID-19, La Trobe University had to temporarily close its doors shortly after the filming of this story.